Alright, hello again, or hello for the first time, depends on if you're tuning in to see the Pathologic 2 Let's Play or if you've seen the ones before. Um, Anyways, welcome. This is Pathologic 2, and one of my favorite games of all time. This is the third time that I'd be playing it, but I'm gonna try to focus on completing as many quests as possible, playing on the intended difficulty level, and showing kind of as much of the story to you guys as I can. And well, fair warning, I am not that great at video games, but I'm going to try to cut out the walking bits and the trading bits, the most boring parts that make, you know, this whole game so hard to watch Let's Plays of because it's just so long, you know? But yeah, I'll try my best. I hope you enjoy. And let's start a new game. Our play begins in the middle of things. It might take time to figure out... Okay, figure out what's going on. I'm not used to it being so fast. Okay.
I'm the only one alive in this town.
So, Burak, your performance was a flop. You're unfit for the role. A cursed production. This is our second attempt. And a second failure. Will you try to stage it again? Why not? But you won't be there. You do nothing to improve yourself. Like I'm the problem here. That is, not for you to judge. We gave it all we had. Whatever. You are dismissed. The bird will give you your final payment. Aren't you tired of those beakheads? They're trouble. They were the only useful people around. Right. So, in case you don't know what the hell is going on, this is the intro. Kind of our way, a long drawn out tutorial of how things work and how to interact with the world. It does have some story elements to it though. Basically, we're starting on the very last day. The game goes on for 12 days. And yeah, basically this is an alternate universe where we failed. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And the Bachelor. Hello.
Time is slipping through our fingers. We must act now.
They don't trust me anymore. I wasn't even invited to the final council. Where are the birds? Up. Where else? If you mean the real ones. I meant the orderlies. Clara, don't be sad. That was a laugh. Turns out the birds aren't birds at all. Want to know what they are? Lean down and I'll tell you. Lower. Lower now. They're fingers. Did they tell you that? Yeah, this is a direct quote. We're not birds, we're fingers. That's why people call them the executors. Are you tired? Want me to relieve your headache? Go ahead, it's not like you can actually do it. I always love this effect. The shadows of the birds when there's no one here. Cool. Want to receive your payment? Well, everyone will get paid what they're due in the cathedral. That's where the final choice will be made. By whom? The authorities. Fitting. On to the ominous red light. J to open journal. We'll fix everything. The decision will be made in the cathedral. Let's go. Day 12, the last one, which the Harrispects end with a ends with a semicolon. And the map. We're going over here. Ain't that a nice place? Wait, how do I access my inventory? Oh. Torn note. Schlaffer contracted it. Anichkov contracted it. Yaksin contracted it. Lieutenant contracted it. Kurbanov contracted it. Vyusin contracted it. Captain hasn't contracted it. Put a bullet in his head. A dirty piece of paper. Touch to read the barely legible writing. I'm not gonna read all the... Okay, also, can we just appreciate the music on this one? I know that people don't like... I mean, the general consensus is usually that the first game has a killer soundtrack. But this... This is great. This is so good. Move along, Doctor. Nothing to see here. Work as usual. Who are these people? They're looters. Like I said, it's work as usual. You do your job and we'll do ours. You should let them go. A couple less, a couple more. What does it matter? I know where you're going. Want a piece of advice? Speak, but please be quick. I won't take long. The town is gone, and to hell with it. But the kin are also gone. Your family is gone. Your father remains unavenged. His path unfollowed. The 7 children who entrusted their lives to you are dead. You are the only one left. Do you want to save yourself, at least? No. You don't know the whole situation. Not all is lost. The outbreak can still be curbed. That's why I'm going to the cathedral. It's there that the decision about the bombardment is made. Heed my advice. You think she loves you? Think she's a friend and he's a foe because he brought in cannons? Don't talk to her first. Talk to him. Bayarla, Saba. And now I need to go. And she's dead. Just like that. Also sorry for the drilling noises in the background. Okay, it's useless to carry these things. This is just the intro. We're not playing the real game yet. Oh jeez. It's actually kind of scary. In a scenario like this, there really is nothing to save. Except for these kiddos. They seem to be having fun. And would you look at that? 2 creepy children. Just gonna leave them be for now. This feels so nostalgic yet new at the same time. She said to talk to him first, but I don't think it makes much of a difference. In the end.
I feel feverish.
Is this the doctor? This is the doctor. What do you want? I want to influence your decision somehow. What is this nonsense? State your name and occupation. Artemy Burak, surgeon. I see. Give me a reason to call up the bombardment. You have one chance. There are still many survivors here. That's enough. No, Burak. If you told me you had 3 tank cars of that panacea and an army of doctors from the capital ready to administer it, that would have convinced me. As it stands, there's no going back. It's too great a risk. We only had 12 days. That's not enough time.
You can put a horse on the stand, but you can't make it testify.
Why have you come? You now decide the town's fate. We already decided everything, without you. You've come uninvited. What did you decide? Who are you to demand reports from us? A backwoodsman, a self-taught doctor practicing barbaric traditional medicine. Oh, but I know who you are. You're the person I was very wrong to put my hopes on. The person who let me down. Out. Now. I only need 1 more day. Hey, you, over there. Seize this man and throw him out. Glaya, listen to me. And time stops. Bastard.
Something's brewing.
So, you insist on a second attempt, huh? Stubborn. Not a second. A first one. Alright, let's roll then. Let us imagine that the last train has not yet left the station. Just don't be late. Alright, let's roll. You are Artemy Burak, a surgeon. And that's it. On the way home where it all begins. Well, hello there. How did you get inside this coffin? Me? You were the one in the coffin. Why did you crawl in there? I was hiding. From whom? Death? Yes, and people too. It's a bit too early for me to show my face. A bit too early. So you're visiting our town too, huh? A coffin is the best means of transportation in the world. It can get you to unimaginable places. You look alive, though. So that vehicle is beyond your means for now. A free rider, huh? Just like you. No one sells tickets to ride this train. Uh-oh. That's a hell lot of coffins. Doesn't look like a bad omen at all. Ha 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 ha. Speaking of bad omens, would you look at this scene? Railroads are beautiful. They always lead to one place you can't turn from. Except when there's a silly mistake, like this crash. Dying just to accept fate. Stupid. Boring. What is this monster? What is that monster? Ahead or behind? Behind me. That is Boss Turok, a creature of steppe legends from which the world was created. What was he trying to achieve here? Stupid. Life can never prevent death. What is ahead then? Why the fires? As you can see, the blood no longer flows in this artery. There's a clot. You're a doctor, aren't you? Do you have medicine with you? What? Medicine? What for? How should we know? You're the doctor, not us. Go and see. We're only ensuring no other trains are derailed. We'll fix yours too, once the beast leaves the tracks. I'll go on foot then. Someone's waiting for me. And Ayup. Want to share secrets? You first. I'm worried people won't be so happy to see me in the town. What if they shun me like some mutt and slam doors in my face? What if my toll is too small? I could fail to meet my goal. But maybe this is only anxiety. Yes, I can do it. Are you a preacher? Not really. Your turn now. Be honest, and your fate will change. That's how it goes. I'm worried about my father. He summoned me with a letter. A troublesome one. Something bad has happened. Do you want to play? I'm game. Dice? What are the stakes? Your fate. I don't believe in fate. This feels like purgatory, honestly. Someone heavy. I hear heavy steps in the dark. I can't see you. Are you dead? You're feverish. Water. I'm so thirsty. I need a drink of fresh water. Please, bring it to me. Where do I get it? Outside. In the yard. Hard to talk. Keep silent then. That ain't creepy at all. And what's going on over here? Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears. Most have 1 nose and 1 mouth. Riddle me this. If eyes and ears were switched, what would be right? If noses and mouths were switched, what would be fixed? Did you kill him? Answer the question, Kayala. You're a stepman. You must know the answer. But I don't. Then be on your way, Kayala. People don't kill people. Is that man alive, then? Doesn't look it. This is a nice shot. I like it. Thirsty, fellow traveler? Not me. Someone else. There is water in a wooden barrel behind you. You walked past your goal. Not for the first time, and certainly not for the last. I saw the light. I thought it invited me here. Like a moth. Ouch. We're playing dice on the rooftop. See? Love the way they move. Let's go back. Oh, and there's coffins everywhere. Except for right here. Bad dream? Yeah, a dream. I hope it doesn't come true. So you want to meet your dad? Yes, me too. Good. Why have we stopped? Are we there already? Oh, the train's still there. It feels like we're having different stops. Let Mother Bodo caress your step, Colbone. You haven't forgotten your people, have you? No, I haven't. Do you have a good heart? Well, it's healthy. We hear Earth with our hearts. The heart has a pulse. So does Earth. If they sing in harmony, you hear the language of earth and herbs, the language of warmth and cold. Look, Tunger, and listen. Whose words are all around? What does Earth say? I can't decipher this language. A lot of time passed. You were gone. You forgot many things. Your heart is spoiled, Katanger. Let us see if it's rotten. How can you see that? The fight will show. Whose heart is keen? Who hears the unheard words? You will see my heart. The kin's blood runs through me. I was never torn from my people. I'll take a look. Spill his blood. When gravely wounded, the opponent surrenders. Let us trade hearts, Colbone. Let us become kin. What need do you have of mine? Isn't it rotten? A river of good washes away a drop of rot. There's no me and you. There's a people, Katange. Mix your flesh with ours. All right, let it be so. Rotten heart. A human heart, living, but vermiculous. Oh, there you are. We're almost there. Are you relieved? Oh, yes. I can't wait to get there. Just can't wait. It feels like we're riding in circles. Well, it was nice passing the time. Good luck with your father. I'm sure he can't wait. Good luck to you too.
My dear son, Artemy, I write to you after so many years apart, in the hopes that you may find a way to return to us. Something worries me. I fear a difficult trial approaches. I hope that your studies have proven fruitful, and that you have achieved great skill as a surgeon. Such skill might be of use here. I remain the only physician in this town, but you know that I am growing old. I need an assistant.
I was summoned back to my hometown by a distressing letter from my father. But who is in the back room? For the first time in many years, I'm home. Okay. After the intro, the game will no longer autosave. Find places to save manually. Sure. Day 1, in which the Haruspex finds out his hometown has changed beyond recognition. Let's loot the shit out of the bitches that ambushed me at the station. Jeez.
The worst is yet to come.
Laika. Or Lika. You hit hard for a hunchback. But whoa, boy, you screwed up. Those 3 guys are dead. I saw you do it too. You're gonna be in serious trouble. A hunchback? Kid, I'm bent over in pain here. You need to handle bleeding, old man. You're covered in blood. Your own blood. I know that. Here you go. A tourniquet. It used to be my leash, but seems like you need it more. Thanks. You're a nice kid. Man, you really have some anger problems, don't you? Zing! Pow! Blam! 3 guys dead! This ain't the right way. Ain't how we do things around here. Yeah? What's the right way then? Well, you gotta be nicer. Just hit him. 3 times max. Send him running and let him run. You don't actually have to kill everyone who bothers you. Jeez. I'll keep that in mind.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
The one with the knife was Kirik, a leather worker. Not gonna cry for him. That guy was nuts. Was this an ambush? How long were they waiting for me? They weren't waiting for you. I think you were an accident. An accident? Is this kind of accident common around here? Sometimes. But things usually go smoothly, and everyone meets the fate they were destined for. Every bullet finds its billet. So why did they jump me then? I don't know. Rumors going around that someone else got murdered tonight. Guess I should sniff around and find out. Who knows? Maybe it's true. I hope it isn't. This town's seen enough blood for one day. I was summoned back to my hometown by a distressing letter from my father. I should hurry home. In his letter, father wrote that he will face a difficult trial, Or did he write we? I don't remember. I met a funny dog-eared kid at the station. What was he doing there? Someone important was murdered tonight. Home, sweet home, welcomed me with its knives honed. What does this mean? It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not too not familiar. It's a new day. Hey good girl, do you want me to say, hey I wanna? Well, Burak, you're nearly dead. Got a few minutes left. I'm here to announce your demise. Are you with that crowd? Of course I'm not. They were just peaceful townsfolk, craftsmen, factory workers, good sons and fathers. But me, I'm much more dangerous. I'm the mask of fate. And what's my fate? It's not pretty, Burak. Really? Why? You've been bashed on the head several times, and the locals' fists are heavy, and one of those 4 stab wounds looks deep. Significant blood loss, too, and the local climate is unforgiving in terms of strain. Do you have any heart conditions? Ha. Your health is a mess. I'm guessing you haven't eaten in several days, and that you didn't sleep last night, did you? That's what I thought. So your hunger and exhaustion are critical, too. I wonder which of these afflictions will be the death of you first. So, what's your plan? What if I choose the same dialogue option as before? I wonder if he's going to call me a cute little fatalist again. If I'm going to die, so be it. Ah, fatalism looks cute on you. Better not to make proclamations like that without gritting your teeth. Problem is, your teeth have almost been knocked out, so clenching your jaw is hard. Fatalism's much more fun when you've got options, isn't it? Well, it's basically the same thing, but different wording. I'm done with you. Piss off. Okay, we want him to keep talking, so maybe. Dressing your wounds would be a good idea. Thanks, Beakhead, but the doggy over there helped me already. What doggy, Burak? Are you hallucinating already? There aren't any dogs here. I could use more bandages, though, if I knew where to get them. A drugstore, Burak. You've been studying surgery for 6 years and you're finding that out just now. But it's not just about wounds. Even when they're dressed, you still need to be aware of your body. It's not always on your side. Pay attention to its needs. I'll figure it out. What next? Next, you die anyway, because the whole town will soon have it out for you, and it's got nothing to do with the 3 poor souls you've just done in. Great. Why do they hate me? My colleague over there can explain it better. That's his role. Mine is teaching you how your body works, so you don't die before you make it home. I don't need it. I'm a doctor, remember? Persistent, huh? Good. Maybe you'll even survive a day or 2 this way. Got a bite? Birdseed's fine. Food is sold in shops, though your reputation might prevent you from a warm welcome. But there's a meat warehouse nearby that was conveniently broken into recently. The perpetrators walked down the railroad tracks. There, ahead and to the right. Think you can catch up to them? Yes, the railroad track that goes through the warehouses is just a stone's throw away. Godspeed, Burak, though I doubt it'll be easy. God's presence or not. Any useful advice then? Be careful, be stealthy. People are scared out of their minds now, and quick to attack. Trust no one. Speak to my esteemed colleague over there. He wants a word with you. All right. But what do you have to say? Be quiet. He must not hear your voice. Lean close. He only speaks in lies and wants you dead. I'll be damned. Does everyone want me dead? Do not go home, Burak. Stay clear of home. In town, you have some friends yet, do you not? Yes, 3 of them. We were inseparable when we were kids. The town is yours, Burak. May you soon find how deep, how far its roots run down your spine. May you inhabit it, sink it through its pores. Learn vein and artery, nerve and blood and cell. You need no home beyond the town itself. Forget that place you so eagerly seek. I beg forgiveness. Grievous harm will come to me should I tell you more than I can. I'll keep what you said in mind. Welcome back home, Warden. You've been away for a while. You probably don't remember the heady scent of twire in the air. Do you know why you got attacked? No clue. The whole town is looking for a murderer. A very important and respected man was killed last night. The townsfolk loved him better than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them. Who was killed? You knew the victim. Less than you thought, but more than most. Don't worry, you'll learn more soon. But I, personally, can't divulge this sort of information. Investigator's privilege. So you're an investigator. Aren't we all? Everyone lies, so you can only get to the bottom of things by using your brain. That's what your father used to say. It's an actual quote from him, by the way, because I happen to know him. And we got even better acquainted today. How about you? Did you two argue much? Why do you care so much, Bird? Indeed, old Isidore Borak is the exemplar of a true doctor, and a true human being, if a miserable one. Do you honor your father? He's the reason I returned. He summoned me with a letter, said there was a threat. Do you know anything about it? Nothing's a threat to him anymore, trust me. Maybe dishonor, but even that's unlikely. You're a man of obligation after all, aren't you? Runs in the family. Why? Whatever. That bit's not important. Time is short. Oh, by the way, Burak, time is important. Be careful how you spend it, and be aware that you don't have much left. How much? You've got less than 2 weeks, Burak. 12 or so days. Trust me, I'm a specialist. So use your time well, and hurry home now. Why are you wasting your time here? Your father's waiting. I don't like you much, Beakhead. And so we go. She must be offended, or ashamed. She's free to go, we told her, but she refuses. I'll have you know we were respectful. We only checked her legs. It's mandatory. And she had normal human legs. So, free to go now. Yet here she stands. You checked her legs? What for? Neither clay nor bone. She's a normal living girl, not a shabnak. And so she's free to go. Yet she doesn't. She must be offended. The steppe people have odd morals. They don't fear death, they refuse to cut a body, and are ashamed of strange things. What shabnak? A shabnak, a creature of steppe legends. They say Earth disgorges it, and then it steals a woman's form and goes around murdering folks. It's all silly, of course, but we have an order to check, so we do. Who ordered this? We are the Saburovs people. Each of the 3 houses assigned someone to look for the monster. The Olgimskis, the Kynes, of course, and, obviously, the Saburovs, the latter being us. And who might you be, good sir? I'm Isidore Brock's son. I'd returned home after 6 years. Oh, send my regards to your father, a most respectable man. He dragged my daughter from beyond the grave, and we almost gave up on her. You tell him that. Tell him that Peter the Nightjar sends his fondest regards. Will you stop hovering over the girl? You won't comfort her, you're only making it worse. Just go. Shabnak Adir, a clay golem of local legend, steals the shape of a young woman. Redhead Grigory Fillon, aka Bad Grief, always goaded me into doing crazy stunts. We used to have a secret lair in the warehouse, which is right over here. Grigory Fillin, my bad grief guy. Look at him. Let's save our game.
There once was a man of great humor who found he was dead of a tumor. But he woke up today to his neighbor's dismay, and that of his cow once he took her.
Sure. Well, look who's entered my humble home. Could it be that my pal, Artemy the artist? The Artemy who cuts arteries, maybe? No, I don't recognize this man. Too soft. They must have kept him swaddled and cuddled whatever place he ran off for. Good to see you too. A little bird told me you're a hard-boiled criminal now. I'll admit, old friend, I got misty-eyed with pride. Lucky for you, I can store you anywhere in the warehouses, and no quail nor nightingale would sing a tune. You're a storekeeper? Not a keeper of stores, but stories. This town, this great machine, the gears don't turn on their own, no, not till they're slick with secrets. Verbose nonsense, I know what you do. Forget it. Tell me this, friend. What's your plan? My plan? Why do you ask like that? Cobb, your old man got killed. This night. You haven't heard? What? You're lying. Hell, Artemy, half the town wants your head over this. Those fools. Ah, easy to fix. Give me a little time. Go ahead, if you want. What's the plan then? Revenge? Or something with a little more finesse? I'll find out who's behind this. Then we'll see. Just stay away from Saburov. I mean it, cub. The man's a hawk, all might makes right, no sense. He'll throw you in jail first and only think months later. I know your thick skull too. You'd charge in there shoulders square thinking, oh, the truth will win out. Bullshit. Anyway, stay away. You hear me? Are you finished? Calm down. I need to find the people who still remember me, who will believe me without proof, who can vouch for me. Alexander Saburov, the town's governor, is in charge of the investigation. I remember him, a stern man. Father's dead. I was too late.
I've heard of this love thing, all right. Never seen it, though.
You run into the old crowd. Stock, Reuben, Lara. Oh, Stock, Reuben, Lara. Haven't seen him around. Gotta say, it's a tough time for our friendship. I mean, if you can even call this friendship. Gravel-hearted Lara won't look at me now, and Stock's even worse. He completely ignored my plea for help. You need help? You been outside recently? It's chaos. Innocent souls torn limb from limb. Everyone lost their minds hunting the culprit. A step golem, something. But others? They're after your hide, friend. All this going on, naturally my men ran into a mob. Barely got out alive. They need a sawbones bad. Your old man's gone, and his star student Stuck won't take the job, so... Something tells me your men weren't out there feeding the poor. The hell if I know. Can't make heads or tails of them now. If you squint, Piecework does kind of resemble you. A sturdy man. Perhaps he did take a few hits onto the noggin in your stead. How do you feel about that? I could look at Piecework. Where is he? Not here. Shiner dropped by, said they are waiting for their death in a hideout. Poor Piecework. He's knocking on heaven's door. Got something stuck in his belly. Can you believe, folks? They're all shapeshifters, I swear, shedding skin and eating each other. May not look it, but every person in this town has a vile beast inside. I need tools. Don't have any on me. Tools? Got you all set, friend. Blessed be the warehouses, the wellspring of goods, including illegal ones. There, take a peek inside the crate and choose anything your heart desires. Although, maybe you should stick around. Danger's out. Knock it off. Not like I can stay here forever. I'll drop by the patient when I'm in the area. Wonderful. You find anything useful in his belly he doesn't need, don't toss it. Bring it to me. Might be useful. What, like a memento? You're still a weird one. Bread in the bone, I suppose. Don't mind if I do. Dee 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 dee. And what do you have to say? Even in a handcrafted town like this, there is an underground, a rat's nest. At odds with the law, at odds with good morals, people come to them with dubious challenges and requests. Just say it out loud. They're thieves. Just say it out loud. They're thieves. You know my master. He is your friend, and he hasn't changed much since you last saw him. He always loved to live on the edge, never was a stickler for rules. But he was never truly vile or cruel. Yet he has changed. He wants to seem a kingpin, a king, a local tsar of his own small turf. Wants to seem, not be, play a big wheeler dealer. But that's not who he really is. He's just... playing pretend. Don't make me laugh. Would you like to know what your old friend is truly worried about now? He's playing a dashing scoundrel in front of you, but his soul is trembling. Well, why? He's worried that blood started to spill now, and it was probably spilled by his men, the people who rubbed shoulders with him, hiding their teeth at first. He's worried you'll think he has it all under control, meaning today's craze is his doing. Isn't it? Perhaps he is partially responsible. Perhaps he did corrupt them with his talk of how any law but chains is but chains that one must break in order to become free and truly human. But he never wanted bloodshed. Keep that in mind. Thanks, Reflection. That's comforting to know. One of Greaves' boys got stabbed. I promised to take a look at his wounded belly. Just gotta remember to bring a scalpel. Reuben is my father's student. Almost a brother to me. I should see him. He will help. Lara Ravel lives by the river, in a house called the Shelter. We used to be friends when we were kids. Hopefully she will at least let me sleep at her place. They couldn't suspect me of patricide, could they? Of course not. Impossible. I think, Artemy, that it's quite possible. Very much so, even. Whoa! Jesus Christ! Oh, I got so scared. Oh, Whistler. Okay. So you're old Burak's son? Yes. I've got bad news. Could it get any worse? Someone sharing your features spilled blood. It became known. People want revenge. They say that whoever murdered the 3 men at the station today is also responsible for Simon Kine's death. Yeah, what else are they responsible for? What else? You won't like it. The townsfolk realized murder's no longer taboo. People sense they can now kill others. First, they looked for a Shabnagadig and killed several women. Then they went after the steppe creatures, Udongs. They're frightened. They turned into animals. So they seek to punish murder by turning to murder themselves. It's like a craze. It's September, you know. Steppe herbs are in bloom. Yeah, right, of course the herbs are to blame. You have nothing to do with it, I know. I'm a ferryman. Well, almost. Actually, I'm a train driver. I know you were on my train. I wasn't alone, by the way. But you were. We drivers can feel the living weight. There was only one human being on that train. You. Odd. The townsfolk aren't too fond of ferrymen and drivers, so we will help you. Go to a quay, show your face to a worm, and he'll take you wherever you ask for a fingernail. Show your face to a man, and he'll help you out with equipment. Thank you. The rumor will spread in no time. You good, man? Seems like it. Hi, kiddos. Look! See, everyone? The doctor is here. Why do you think I'm a doctor? We've been looking for a doctor since morning. What other reason would a grown-up to have for coming here? Tell me about your problem. You were too late. They died. Why didn't you come sooner? What kind of doctor are you? What happened? Our halves got poisoned. The doggies. Alma, Duke, and Wolfling. Who did it? Somebody evil. Notkin's planning on holding a trial. He wanted you to be there, too. Well, at least I made it in time for the trial. Not all is lost. Oh, you have a leaking roof. Poor kids.
Where's Jester gone to? I hope he didn't sneak out.
You're here. Good. The trial can begin. Who are you anyway, Runt? Notkin. Chief Notkin round here. But the real question is, who are you? I am Artemy Burak, son of Isidar. A question first. They say you're no son to old Burak. He was a doctor. He saved lives. It is said that you kill instead. Is that true? I am a Burak, have no doubt. Answer the question, please. Are you a murderer or no? No, and listening to idle chatter does you no good. Calm down, no need to get defensive. Or are you uncomfortable doing this in front of my soul and a halves? Aren't you cheeky, boy? Cheeky or not, this isn't a game. We're talking about something important here. I'm all ears. Tell me, is it right to kill? We need to know what you believe. Old Burak wasn't just a doctor to us. He was a teacher. He knew how to live. You say you are his son, so you're to take his place and answer. Is murder acceptable? No, killing is never right. Never forget that. But do you plan to avenge your father? We're talking about you, children, not about me. Good. We now know the kind of man you are. Here ends the trial. You're free to go. So you know me, huh? That was quick. Guess I should talk to you if I'm ever confused.
No time for rattling.
So is revenge bad too? Do as I say, not as I do. Wow, is that so? This changes things. How come? So you say murder is bad, but it's easy for you to say. You've gave a wolfling a bone, never fed Duke, never met Laika. I'd like to see you if you'd change your tune when you actually encountered the traitor. I bet my soul you'd lose it and snap his neck. A bone? So the victims were dogs? Who did you think they were? Nothing. So why did you ask me about revenge? Here's the deal. You're so full of the milk of human kindness, go and meet Laika for yourself. And if you truly, honestly believe a lying, cheating lowlife like him deserves to go free, let him go free. But if you figure he needs to be taught a lesson, give him this leash. It'll bring him back here, guaranteed. Is this like a black mark of sorts? No, it's a leash. He'll know what it means. You won't. Alright, I'll take it. We have a deal. Murky says it's by the gumstone. Who's Murky? The girl in the corner. She was the one who told you you're a killer. Did she see me then? She did. But don't bother her. She's frightened as it is. Fine. Where do I go? The gumstone! The step word from the basket. Aren't you supposed to know all this? Or do you stepfolk have different names for everything? Yeah. The step people call it Ur-Helu. Hatred. See you around, pups. Well, I got a leash out of it. Thank you. Thank you for actually coming. You're so brave. Look, we all made a gift for you, to welcome you here. See? It's bread. Please don't frown. It's all we can spare. We need to eat too. There's a lot of mouths to feed here. Why are you doing this? Sorry it's so stale, and drink the milk fast because it'll go bad soon. But the water is fresh from a ravine. So you kids are all hungry too? Well, yeah, we are on our own after all. Alright, thanks for the gift, kids. It sure is timely. Thank you. Knives, scissors, blades, razors, anything sharp. If you've got a sharp axe, I'm interested. Got a scalpel? Those items are what I barter for. We need them. And what would you give me for sharp objects? Lockpicking shivs. If you are handy with locks, you can open up 3 or 4 doors with one. Brand new. And needles. Good for smaller locks. Like locker locks. So you trade needles for knives. Strange. Oh, so you aren't local. We aren't allowed razors. If they catch us, we'll be grounded for a year. Might even get spanked. Nice try with the bullshit, but I'm not buying it. Razors aren't the only forbidden sharp objects. So where'd you get all those pins? Did you break into a tailor shop? Sure. A train full of needles derailed outside my window. Happy now? What do you care? We barter because we don't need pins anymore. We've outgrown them. You're all grown up, aren't you? Now listen up, kid. Only butchers are allowed cutting tools in this town. Got it? Are you a butcher? Sort of. Okay, maybe let's end for today. My throat's getting really stale. Well, not stale, more like rough. Just kind of a bad time. Uh-oh. Okay, whatever. Bye!